So welcome back to my channel. While I was in France a few weeks ago, I did reviews of some Nikon lenses, and one of them was this 85mm 1.8 lens from Nikon, an AF Nikkor 85mm 1.8D lens. So it actually has autofocus on Nikon cameras, but of course not on my Hasselblad camera. But I did a review of it, and well, let's have a look at how these images looked. So let's look at sharpness with my studio setup at an f1.8. There's okay sharpness in the center, but if we go to the corners, there's almost no sharpness. It's really blurry, but it gets much better if you stop down to 5.6. And in the center, sharpness is also very nice here, and compared to the 1.8, well, yeah. If we compare to the 1.4 version of this lens, that lens is better. It has better sharpness. And if you compare these two lenses at their most wide open, the 1.4 is still better. If we go to the corners at 1.4 and 1.8, there's definitely no winner really. None of them are sharp. But if we stop down to 5.6, you can see that the 1.8 actually is sharper here. So before we conclude on this lens, let's just go through some facts about it. It's a pretty small lens and it doesn't weigh very much either. It has apertures from 1.8 to 16, which you've seen in one of these images. It has straight aperture blades, and it's focusing to 85 centimeters, which is quite good for this lens. The best thing about this lens is its sharpness. It is okay already at 1.8 in the center, and it has decent sharpness at least from f5.6, and it produces some very nice looking background blur, which is very good for this kind of lens, which is exactly what you want. And then the size of it's pretty compact. And Nikon lenses are pretty good at producing nice colors, and this is no exception. The downsides to this lens is that the corners never get really sharp on it, no matter how much you stop down. And longitudinal chromatic aberration is very pronounced until around f4. The vignette, that's really stopper, because it's a hard vignette, so you cannot correct it, and it's very pronounced as well. So let's do a comparison of the 1.8 version with the 1.4 that I have reviewed earlier. And one of the things is that center sharpness wide open, the 1.4 version is much better. But center sharpness at 5.6, that's a draw actually, because as you've seen, it's almost equal. On the other hand, corner sharpness is not good on any of them, but if I should choose a winner, it's the 1.8 version. Corner sharpness at 5.6, that it definitely goes to the 1.8 version. And overall sharpness, I have to give it to the 1.4 version. I'm sorry, but that's it. Vignetting, it's really hard on the 1.8, and the 1.4 has almost no vignetting, so that's a clear winner. Contrast is better on the 1.4 version, overall at least. And then longitudinal chromatic aberration, well, actually I shouldn't pick a winner because it's bad on both of them, but if I should pick one, it must be the 1.4 version. So that was the review of the Nikon 85mm f1.8 lens. Compare it to the 1.4 version, which I've reviewed earlier. I clearly favor the 1.4 version, not only because of its greater light gathering capacity, but because the 1.4 lens fills the image circle much better on the Hasselblad camera, which, as you saw, this lens doesn't do. So I hope you liked the video and my review, and if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, so you can get more videos and reviews from my side. So thank you very much for this time, and bye for now.